Hi guys, Octane is finally here and welcome to the video. And in this video, I'm going to give you 5 quick tips for Octane on how to get started. I've just hit around the 100 kill mark with him, so I will release a guide with him once I've probably hit about 1,000 kills and I know the ins and outs of him. But just to get you started and jumping in with him, we're going to play with Octane. And to begin with, before I drop the tips, I'm just going to talk through this play that I just do, which is perfect use of playing Octane. So what you're going to see in this clip here, after we get these couple of kills, which you're just going to see here. Also, side note, Havoc. Have you seen that a lot more recently since the patch? I have, and a lot more energy ammo. It might be because of the skin, but I'm glad you can actually find energy ammo. So I'm going to speed through this bit. We're looting these guys, and then we get shot at. Someone snipes us from up the top of that hill. I go to loot again, we get sniped at again. This jump pad here actually changes. So I use the jump pad to close the gap, right? So we're closing the gap here. Nice use of the jump pad. And I'm just trying to work out what the other sounds. See one of them. Take a couple of shots with the Havoc turbocharger. Always nice when you find that. Anyway, so here, when we're getting shot from above, we kind of forget in the amongst the battle. So here he goes, he's shooting at me again. I get reload and we decide to actually retreat. So here I'm just trying to back off. Team shouting to me, Andy, retreat. So we retreat. Once I've healed up, use my passive, use the jump pad, get out there. And then here, I decide to re-engage. And I do the call out, and here, I drop down here. And this is how he uses his ability, ideally, is for the flank. So here, I'm doing a nice flank. Got a teammate up there on the right. He was actually a randomer. The other guys that were actually in communication properly. So I'm actually using the ability to flank. So I've closed that gap quite nice and quick. So here, I wait a little bit before I use my ability. So I've got the speed running up to him. But also it makes a really loud noise so he knows he's coming. So here you can see he's turned round because he can hear me. But what are you going to do, R99? So one more thing as well before we jump into the tips. I'm just going to show you. I use his jump pad here quite well, and it's just so you can be creative with the jump pad. So here I've got my jump pad up. It's the same play. Once I've dropped down, my teammate's gone down. I chucked the jump pad up, and I didn't think it was actually going to work. I was a bit worried about the caustic gas, but he jumps up, and I can get the revive on him. Lovely, nice little play for the jump pad, but just try and be creative with it. Yeah, think outside the box. You can do some things, but I would recommend you just have to practice with it. It's good, but just you've got to keep using it. Flanking and closing the gap with people is what I tend to use the ability for. So anyway, into the 5 main tips. I'm just going to shoot these out so we can get through them and you can get playing with Octane. Is don't overuse his ability. You'll be on low HP. I've seen people running around the map and they just run into people and they're already at half health or call out. My typical rule of thumb with the ability, if you're using it for movement, getting around the map, is to use it twice and then just let your health regen. Tip number 2, when using the ability in combat, use it to strafe. Just hit fire and move side to side or do circles around them. They find it really hard to actually snap onto you and track. It's a great method and I've had a lot of success with it at the moment. They do find it really hard, especially on console. Might be a bit easier on PC, but to actually track your movements. Number 3, don't rely on your HP regen. Don't get me wrong, it is a nice like buffer, but do your shields, but don't rely on your HP regen. Don't sit in a corner and wait for it to regen. You need your syringes, or if you've got a lifeline, you need her. But it is a nice little buffer. You know, if you've got that little bit of health, you can keep fighting. You don't have to syringe. But if it's more than 2 syringes worth, I would stop and heal if you're going back into battle. If you've got the time, don't wait for your health to regen. Number 4, his ability can be aggressive and defensive. So don't be over aggressive, but also don't get the heck out of there when your team's fighting. But you can use it for both. It's kind of nice, and you can kind of choose when to use it, which I really like. That's the best point. And number 5, use the jump pad. Just use it. While you're playing with him for the first couple of weeks and you're getting used to him, just keep chucking the jump pad out. Chuck. Get used to the trajectories, what you can bounce off it, how you can bounce off it, how you can help your team with it. Just use it. It's got like a 90-second cooldown. You know, it's a really low cooldown. Just keep chucking it out and you can practice with it and just learn how it works. You might even pull off some sick plays or, to be honest, get yourself killed. So remember, the side notes, after them 5 tips, closing people down after you've damaged them for the health. And number 2, getting the flank on your team. He's a great flanker and a great gap closer. So that's all, guys. Just a quick video to get you going. The guide will come soon. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it actually there's a perfect example of just throwing the jump pad down. Just trying. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope these 5 tips actually get you started and just give you a bit of awareness, because I haven't really played them enough to get a guide out, and I don't think many people will, but I will get it out at the end of this week. Yeah, so guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.